I'm here with Iron Deficiency at Levy Punk Weekender. Nice to meet you guys. Hello. Hi. Yeah, we're good. So this is your first time in the UK as a band, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and this is also the last date of your tour. And how's that been so far?
It's been amazing. Whether it was in Germany, in the UK, we were for the most part, we were overwhelmed by just how nice people were to us, and it's been amazing. It's been the best experience we could have hoped for.
Yeah.
For a first tour. So yeah, great.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have been smashing it, to be fair. Levy Punk Weekender is such a beautiful way to end the tour as well. There's some really amazing bands, lots of lovely people here. So, yeah, it's really, really cool to have you guys here. I'm so excited to see your set. And your latest album, Morning in the Burning House, it came out last year.
Yeah.
Really, heavy, intense, hardcore. Fucking brilliant. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the themes that are on the album, like what it's about?
Okay, so this album for me, so I mainly wrote the songs for this album and the lyrics, not the music, but the lyrics, and most of them are pretty personal to me.
Yeah.
It was really a way for me to just scream out everything that I'd been having in me for a long time, and trying to...
I get that, I feel that from the songs.
And releasing all that stuff, it was very... it's a bit cliche to say therapy, but it was really helpful for me. Yeah. And so most of these songs are very personal and about family, about relationships in general, and but anger as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It's brilliant. I love it, and the cover as well is fucking great as well.
Thank you.
I really like it. Yeah. Did you design that, or was that someone else that did that?
So we had the picture is actually a picture of me when I was young.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
And Axel had found some inspiration online, and he basically designed the cover. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's a great cover. It's very cool. And I also noticed that in your bio on Instagram, it says that female-fronted is not a genre.
Yeah.
I also have opinions about this, but I want to know what your opinion is. Do you come across that kind of wording quite a lot? That phrase, female-fronted?
Not so much anymore.
Okay.
Maybe a few years ago it was much more present. But yeah, not so much anymore. I think for us it was important. It's so nice to see representation, whether it be women, queer folks, people of color as well.
Yeah.
And but it's not everything that we are. So we don't want to be defined by it. It's amazing that there's women here doing stuff, but we're not just women. We're people, and we're like we have opinions, and we're here to talk about stuff. Even stuff that's not that might not be linked to the fact that we are women. So yeah, it's important to us to make that statement.
Well, we want to try and work towards a society where it doesn't matter what you identify as, basically. But unfortunately, we're still at a point where we are making progress, but there are a lot of issues around misogyny, homophobia, racism that still need to be fucking talked about, really. Do you think being a woman in the hardcore scene makes your band perceived differently, or?
I think, I feel we've been very lucky till now, because we've never felt like we were treated differently. Maybe we were given more of a voice because we have amazing people and promoters around us who want to put us on the map and help us, do our stuff. But otherwise, we've been very fortunate. Maybe we had like 1 to 2 comments that were stupid and misogynistic, but otherwise it was okay. So hopefully it stays like that for us.
Do you guys feel that having women in your band makes a difference to what you are perceived in the scene as a band, or do you feel like it's just the same?
So the main difference that we see is when we're playing a show, you can feel that difference in the energy in the air, and you see there's so many more people, women and queer folks marching and just having and being here at the front, and it's like that's what we want. We want you to feel like this is your place, this is your space that's yours as well. So
like for example, like I wasn't playing in the band, I wasn't playing bass before the tour, and I think because you're my friend, but because you're the singer, and I mean the lyrics are really powerful, and you can feel that it wasn't written by a guy basically. So it made a difference, and I wanted to mosh and I had to move in the music. So that's why also I'm in the band, because for sure we can feel the difference. But the crowd was always super cool.
And I feel like that if you have more representation with the acts on stage, so more women, people of colour, those gender non-conforming, LGBT, it makes the audience more representative as well. Because quite frankly, I am fucking sick of walking into gigs and it just being lots of cisgender, older, white men. Not that there's anything against those individuals, but in terms of being like, I want there to be people that look like me and look like my friends, and so it's always good. More representation is only ever going to be a positive thing. And also just kind of linking to, obviously you guys are from France, and have you noticed while you've been on tour that there's been any differences between like the DIY scene here and that in France?
Maybe that's more of a question for you guys. Est-ce que vous avez vu une différence entre la scène do it yourself à l'étranger et la France, genre en termes de comment c'est fait, les personnes?
There's a difference for sure, especially in Germany. I think it's more in the subculture is more cold, maybe, and also because in France.
In France or in Britain?
In Germany.
Oh, in Germany,
and UK too. But in France, it's very hard for the DIY scene because we've got an ultra-liberal government. They shut down all the DIY places. Actually, in Lyon, the scene was really good, and we struggled because our DIY venue has been shut down, and now we have to cancel shows, and we have to rush the shows into different places. And sometimes they don't accept hardcore because of different point of view of the music. So it's we see a difference for sure.
So has it been quite nice coming to Britain and there being lots of different DIY scenes here?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear.
So has it been like quite refreshing to come to Britain, like because there's lots of different DIY scenes around here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For example, I'm gonna use the example of last night we were in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And like the venue was so much like what we have at home and what he was saying, like the venue that had to be shut down, and. It really feels like this is so fresh, and there's a whole new generation of people who are putting on shows and just making music, making bands, and just promoting. And it's just so nice to see. Like we have that that's starting to happen as well in France, and especially in our hometown. So yeah, it's super cool to see, and it makes us feel very hopeful for us as a band to come play, but also for our friends to be able to come play and make friends and just build relationships. So that's great.
Yeah, innit? Why has your local venue been closed? Let's get into it, let's do it.
C'était quoi les détails de pourquoi le Culture Club il a été fermé?
It's complicated because the venue.
Basically paperwork, I think it was.
Because there are 3 venues and 1 is illegal. So the police came, but they shut down the 2 legal places. So and
I think they didn't meet all the security requirements. They had to do some build new stuff inside, and it was so expensive. And the people who, the managers of the place, there's no way they can afford that, and so they just shut the place down. And we're trying. A friend of ours who work a lot with that venue are really fighting and trying to bring it back to life. But it's a big fight with the local authorities. So
we are trying to find like new venue, but like there are so many settings, not like parameters.
Oh so many parameters that come into play.
Yeah, like like we aren't able to pay for the venue, and we have to find something like quite in the center, otherwise people won't show up. I mean, some of them are, so we are pretty lucky with our scene in Lyon because people are showing up, and everyone is friendly. I think we are pretty lucky, and it's growing, but it's we are struggling with that. But
do you ever squat venues in France?
Yes, it's more punk. It's less about hardcore because same like in the center of the city, it's really hard to book hardcore because people are like calling the police all the time, and so. But we are working on it.
It's what's needed. Just as like a bit of a final question, is there anyone that you're particularly excited to see today at Levy Punk Weekender?
Well, we saw our friends from Apothecary earlier. We played with them in London. It's always a pleasure to see them. We love what they do, so it's great.
We just like
Eva. Oh my God!
She's amazing. They are amazing, and like I don't know. By this.
Have you heard of you've heard of Children? The band that she's in.
Oh no.
So right.
Okay.
Well, we've done an interview with Children. They're amazing, beautiful people. They bridge the gap between dance and punk. They have a lot of like electronic stuff going on. It's 2 people, Eva and Neil, and they were banned from Glastonbury Festival for a song called "Kill Tory Scum." So like the Tories are the people who are in our government, and they were banned from Glastonbury, which is the biggest British festival for hate speech supposedly. But like their music is absolutely incredible. You should definitely check them out, and Eva's amazing as also a solo singer as well. So that's brilliant that you went and saw her. Like she's great, she's super cool. That's all I've got then, my dears. But it's been really, really nice to meet you. Thank you for giving us your time. And I'm buzzing about seeing your set. It's going to be great.
Thank you very
nice
much.
one. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Nothing to feel like pretending